Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to teach you how to use correctly the verb uscirsene. It's a very colloquial and idiomatic Italian verb that comes from the verb uscire, so probably a verb that you already know and that you are already using. But in this case, it's going to be used in two main ways. I will explain it and I'll also give you a little exercise and a helpful tip at the end of the video, so stay tuned. Remember to subscribe to my channel if you like my videos. It's free for you and it really helps me. Grazie. So let's break down the two main meanings of the verb uscirsene. First of all, take note that it's a pronominal verb and it comes from the verb uscire, which means to go out. The pronouns used here are si and ne. So uscirsene literally means to go out from it. Idiomatically, it's used in two main ways. Let's focus on the first main meaning, which is the one that I would translate with the meaning of to come out with something often surprising, weird, or maybe also inappropriate. So it's used when someone suddenly says or does something that for you is unexpected. Once again, usually something strange, maybe funny, or also inappropriate. Let's look at an example to make sure that you understand what I mean with this. If a person says, se ne è uscita con una storia incredibile, meaning she came out with an unbelievable story. So she said something strange or unexpected. Ogni volta se ne esce con una teoria assurda, meaning every time he comes out with a new absurd theory. Now, make sure that you are working with your intonation here. Often the tone that you use is ironic, annoyed, or surprised. Basically, it's like saying, she said that, or where did that come from? Okay, you get the feeling? The second common meaning is to get away with something or to leave. This use is probably less common, but it's still quite heard, especially in informal speech. In this case, uscirsene means to leave a situation, often with a sense of escape or relief, okay? Let's look at this example. Me ne sono uscita giusto in tempo, meaning I got out just in time. It's similar to other pronominal verbs like cavarsela or tirarsene fuori, but it's probably a little bit more dramatic or expressive. Now, let's focus on the conjugation of uscirsene. We'll look at the present tense and also the past tense, okay? I suggest that you say it with me, read it together with me, and say it aloud with me. This really helps to just remember how the conjugation works. Io me ne esco. Tu te ne esci. Lui, lei se ne esce. Noi ce ne usciamo. Voi ve ne uscite. Loro se ne escono. Now, focus also on all of the different pronouns and the changes. And why not create an example of a sentence in the present tense? This is my sentence. Ogni volta te ne esci con una battuta strana. Create a sentence of your own and write it in the comments. Now, with the past tense, you have to remember that you need an auxiliary verb. In this case, your auxiliary verb will be essere. Remember, with the auxiliary verb essere, you need to match gender and number. I'll put in writing all of the options, but I'll only say one of them. Io me ne sono uscito. Tu te ne sei uscito. Lui, lei se ne è uscito. Noi ce ne siamo usciti. Voi ve ne siete usciti. Loro se ne sono usciti. Once again, create a sentence. Practice immediately with this. This is mine. Se ne è uscita con una frase davvero fuori luogo. Let's practice a little bit together with this verb. I will show you 3 different sentences and I want you to try to translate these from English to Italian using uscirsene. Here are the sentences. Try to translate. He came out with a crazy idea. She always says something strange. I got out just in time. If you're curious to know what I wrote and how I translated them, check the free PDF that you find by clicking on the link that you find here below this video. In that PDF, you'll find all of the notes of this lesson and also the answers to the practice exercise. I want to give you a final tip. This verb is not necessary in formal writing, okay? More often, you'll hear it in everyday conversations, especially in informal situations. And you're going to use it when you're talking about someone who loves to say random things. And I'm sure that every one of us has an acquaintance, a family member, a friend that does that. If you want to sound more like a native, start listening for uscirsene in Italian TV shows and real conversation. Trust me, you will spot it out very often. Remember that you can always write a sentence in the comments here below, and I'm more than happy to help you correct it and join you virtually in your Italian language journey. This is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this lesson and see you next week.